So hear me out. Hear me out. I no longer chase women. I no longer approach women. I learned very early on, especially like in college, man, I realized like half of the time I'm wasting money and wasting time approaching women. You know, Back in those times, you would walk up to a little shorty, a little female, and you would, offer to buy her a drink. You would say, "Oh, you're super attractive. Let me get you a drink." Or you'll walk up to her and say, "What are you drinking? What do you like? Let me get you something." And you be thinking you doing something like, "Ooh, she messed with me. She like me, or at least she think I'm attractive." And then what happens? You buy her the drink, and then she takes off. She leaves with her friend or her group of friends, and and then you're stuck sitting there with the receipt in your hand, writing the receipt. She may take off before you even finish putting the tip on the receipt. And then you feel like a sucker. Then you feel like a simp, and no man wants to feel like that. Like I used to hate that feeling like a simp, feeling like I just got played, like the ultimate play. Like I've never allowed anybody to play me as much as a woman has in a bar or the club before. Like they be getting over on us. So I got to a point where I was just like, I'm tired of doing this. I ain't gonna continue to allow these women to finesse me. So how can I mitigate this? How can I mitigate this finesse? How can I increase my chances of being successful when it comes to getting women? So I spend time, just through experience, dating women, seeing how women operate. I started to understand that you have to allow them to initiate it. Now, if you listen to women, they'll always act like, oh, men are supposed to initiate. We're the one who's supposed to take the lead, make the first move. But that's a lie. That's always been a lie. You know why? Because if you look back hundreds of years ago, during the Victorian times, women used to drop their handkerchief in front of a man and wait for the man to pick it up. That was their way of interacting with a man and telling a man that they're interested in him. So women have always initiated. They have always dropped the cues. So when I started to understand that, I was like, that's where I was going wrong. I wasn't waiting for any cues. I wasn't waiting for the woman to initiate it. I was just operating on, my own lust. Oh, I think she's fine. Let me go holler at her. Not giving a care about whether she's attracted to me, whether I'm even her type, whether she even has a boyfriend. So I started to understand that I need to wait for the cues. I need to see that she's interested in me before I bust a move, before I do anything, before I buy her a drink, before I even approach her. I need to know she's interested in me. So when I go inside of an environment, whether it's the grocery store, whether it's the library, whether it's the club, or whether it's the bar, I'm not initiating. I'm waiting for her to initiate. Now, she doesn't have to initiate verbally, but she needs to give me some type of cue that she wants me to approach her. Now, she gives me a cue that tells me that she's interested in me. It tells me that she wants me to approach her. And I'm fine with approaching you after I know that you're interested in me. Give me that energy. I want that energy from you. I want to know that you want me to talk to you. I want to know that you want this to work. That you want to be around me, be in my space. I need to know that. I need to know that I'm your type. Don't waste my time and don't waste my dollars. So I wait for them to give me the cue, and the cue could be smiling. Women, they can see you from the other opposite end of the room and smile at you, give you that long glare, stare at you, look you up and down, turn their head. Like once you walk past them, they give you that look like, ooh. Those are the cues that I'm looking for. Those are the cues that I want to see to tell me that you're interested in me and that you want me to approach you. Until I see those cues, shorty, I'm not doing it. I'm not making a move. We just gonna be two people looking at each other, huh? Because when a woman is not interested, you can tell. Like when she looks at you, the eye contact is almost by accident. It's real quick. She's looking at you and then she's looking away. But when she holds that, where she's like, you can feel her speaking through her eyes. That's the one. That's the one where you pull out the wallet for. Okay, you walk over there. What you drinking? What you like? What you got a taste for? What's in your cup? What's in your glass? That's when you start, you come out with the smoothness. You start, running a little game. Being yourself though, being charismatic, being confident. So when I see those things, then I go out of my way to do something for you. And when I wait for those cues, I started to see that I'm more successful. I increase my success rate by waiting for those cues. I don't approach women that don't show interest in me. That's how I lower my percentage of failure, my percentage of rejection. So that's all I look for. Now me saying this doesn't mean that she's gonna want to talk to me tomorrow, or we're gonna be a couple, or she's gonna sleep with me, or we're gonna go on a date. It don't mean none of that. At the end of the day, she could still ghost me. We could still, chop it up that night and then the next day not hear from her. That could still happen. But the chances of something positive coming out of it is a lot more likely when you wait for those cues, when you wait for her to show interest, when you wait for her to initiate. So don't allow women to gaslight you and make you think differently. Think that we're the ones who's supposed to initiate. No, women initiate, but we approach. So me saying I no longer approach women, is somewhat of a white lie. I'm just not approaching without the cue. Once you give me the cue, then I'll approach. And this is what I appreciated Bumble for. Bumble was great about this. It was the only app, the only dating app in history where the women had to initiate. If I always have to initiate, I'm just another man. I'm just one of the 200 men that are in your DMs. How do I know that you even like me? Just because we matched don't mean you like me. You just, women. I had a girl tell me one time, like it takes her an hour to go through all the people that liked her. Now you think she's really genuine? You think she's really genuinely interested in all the men that she swiped right on? No. She could have been just swiping. Oh, he's kind of cute. Oh, he's all right. But that don't mean she's really interested in you. That doesn't mean she really wants to spark a conversation with you. So Bumble was great because it forced women to start the conversation. It forced women to initiate. It forced women to show that they were interested in you. And I appreciated that because that was more like reality. See, the dating world is different than online dating. They're not the same. Almost by default, I have to approach a woman on a dating app because they're never, if you have ever asked a woman how she goes about online dating, they'll tell you they never do the browsing. They never really go look for men and, try to find the right man for them. No, they typically only look at the men that's liking their profile. So if you don't like their profile, they're never gonna like go out and search for you. Versus like in reality, when you go to a bar, a woman is still on the hunt too, just like a man is. They put in a little bit of effort too, but the dating apps have allowed women to get away without putting in any kind of effort because so men are flooding their DMs. Now, when a woman goes out to the club or does something in the real world, sometimes they don't get approached. They may be attractive, but no guy comes up to them. So what they experience in reality is totally different than what they experience online. And because a ton of men may not come up to them in reality, it forces them to have to be on the offensive a little bit. And it forces them to have to put in the effort of actually trying to show a man that they're interested in them versus a dating app. They don't have to show a man that they're interested in them because men are coming to them. So it gives them a false reality. So I appreciated Bumble because Bumble was more like reality. It forced women to give a little effort to this if this is something that they want. If they really want to date, they're going to have to put the effort in and get the courage and get the balls and actually say something. Say something to a man. So I appreciated that. And this is like, don't allow women to make you feel like you're not alpha, to make you feel like you're a beta, because you won't approach them. No, no. We're just smarter about the women that we approach. We ain't approaching all of y'all. So if you want to be approached, you need to show us that you're interested in us. Don't expect us just to come up blindly and approach you. No. Too many men are getting hit with charges today, and too many men are disrespectfully getting rejected. Like some of y'all not even kind with the rejection. Y'all just, ew. You want men to approach you after hitting them with the ew? Or you gave me the ick. You want us to approach you after the disrespect? No, if anything, that makes us go back into our shell. It takes confidence to approach women. Now, if you want us to stop approaching you, continue to act with that kind of behavior, and men will stop approaching you because they don't want to be hit with charges and they don't want to deal with the disrespect of rejection. Rejection is fine. We've been getting rejected for years. It's okay to put us down nicely, but when you hitting us with the heavy stiff arm, the Adrian Peterson stiff arm, that's a problem. That's a problem. That makes us not even want to come on the offensive. So it's not that men aren't approaching women anymore. It's just that we're more selective of the women that we approach. We're just not buying drinks for all of y'all anymore. We're not buying drinks for you and your friends no more. Because half of y'all don't even deserve it. Y'all disrespectful and show no likeness towards us or no energy towards us. And women have this preconceived thought that men don't want to feel wanted. Like we want to feel wanted just like y'all do. Like I know society has told you that men don't have feelings and all of this, but yes, we do. We may not express our feelings in the same way that you guys do, but we have feelings and we do want to feel wanted. No man wants to bend over backwards for a woman that doesn't do it in return. Especially not no man of high value, not no man who thinks highly of himself, has a good job, takes care of his body, and has things going on in his life, has passions and stuff. No man is going to put up with that. So it has forced us to be a little bit more selective in the women that we do choose. And this is also putting a little bit more on women to give us more effort, to show us more that they're interested. So I don't see this as a bad thing. I know, women are wanting men to approach them. It sounds good, but half of y'all don't want a whole bunch of men approaching you like that because only a small pool of us are your type anyways. So what, you want men to approach you just so you can reject them? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. So this is my stance on it. Don't approach any of these women. Don't go out of your way to buy anything for these women. Don't go out of your way to court these women until they give you that energy, until they show you that they're interested. Wait for those cues. And then when they give you those cues, do what a man is supposed to do. Make her feel special. But you make the woman that shows those things feel special. Don't be giving that energy to every woman. You dilute it. it doesn't mean anything if every woman gets that special treatment. Nah, give it to the ones that give you that energy. Be more selective. And this is not just for men, this is for women. You know what I mean? Don't bend over backwards for every man. Give that to the right man that treats you how you want to be treated, that does the things that you want him to do, that speaks your love language. So I think there's lessons on both sides, but I want women to understand that it's not that we're not approaching anymore. It's just that we're being more selective about who we approach. But just kicking a little game, spitting a little knowledge. I hope we can learn something from this, and hopefully it helps us be more successful when it comes to dating. But I thank you guys for checking out this video. I'm gonna have more content on the way per usual. I'll catch y'all on the next one. I'm out.